Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
It was moving day in Mexico, a new venue for the Worldwide Technology Championship this year. El Cardinal now with 2 official PGA Tour rounds under its belt. Another day of low scoring. Let's hear from some of the contenders as we enter the weekend.
All right, Kramer, great playing through 36 holes, bogey-free. What's been working well for you out there today? Or over the 2 days?
I mean, really, everything's been really well. Haven't missed a fairway with the driver, I don't think, and then irons have been spot on. So I just feel like I'm really just in control of all facets of the game. I missed a couple putts there coming in late, but the putter's been pretty hot. Everything's been pretty sharp. Just feel like I'm, making it as easy as possible for myself. And, I don't know if the wind's going to kick up all later this week, but if it does, this course can start to show its teeth. But right now it's laid down. It's played about as easy as it can play.
Can you just talk us through some of the birdies you made?
Yeah, really, I feel like I've taken advantage of all the par fives, and like I was saying earlier, it's like there's holes out here where I feel like you have to take advantage of the holes, whether you're having wedges in your hand, and there's holes where you're sort of just playing away from pins, and it's, I think Tiger's done a really good job of just kind of obviously, you're playing different angles, which he talked about, and I'm definitely sort of, trying to play that way to where. Certain pin locations, like we're not even looking at them, right? And then there's other ones that you're firing at. So it's like you got to take your medicine and just play smart a lot of times. And then these par fives are pretty gettable, so you're trying to get after those, and then take care of the wedge holes as well. So, but there's holes that if the wind kicks up, that they'll play pretty tough. I mean, like 15, those back left pins that are coming up this week, and then 16 is going to be tough, and then I think 14 14 can be tough if you miss the fairway. So. To me, it like starts with getting the ball and play off the tee, and then from there you're sort of like in a position to be able to play more aggressively.
You came very close to winning a playoff in Hartford. Did you think you would still be searching for that first win at this point?
It's tough to say. At the time I was really confident and playing really well, and then I sort of went through like a 2-year drought and was still working really, really hard. I just don't think I was doing the right things. I felt like I had a second there and a third a couple months later. I felt like I was just catching lightning in a bottle. It's just like it had to be perfect. The state of my game now, it feels like, it's like work, and you don't see any results, right? And that's kind of how I felt. And then it's like you keep working, you don't see any results, and then finally it's like, boom, it looks like overnight success. And that's sort of what I feel like is going on now. It's like I've been working really hard on the right things the last 2 years, and I'm finally starting to see the results starting to come through. Not only here, like these last 2 days, but at home, I've been seeing it a bunch. So it's nice to see that. Mentally, it frees you up and knowing that you're playing good golf, and it's just about staying patient and just letting the results happen instead of trying to force them to happen.
Last thing, I think you mentioned in the radio interview that you came in on Saturday to get more familiar with the golf course.
Yeah.
What went into that decision?
Yeah, one of my sponsors, Discovery, is a golf course called Chileno Bay in El Dorado, like 30 minutes away. So we've been out there since Friday just practicing, and then we came over here and played on Saturday and really just spent as much time around this place as possible. Just really, we were the only ones out here, so we could spend 6-7 hours out here just sort of getting to know the place. And I mean, it's a new golf course for all of us, so I kind of feel like it's an even playing field where some of the guys with a lot more experience don't have a lot more of the knowledge. Everyone's starting at the same spot, so I just really wanted to get a jump start on that. I'm really familiar with these pass palm greens. I've sort of played a bunch on these, and I really like them, so I feel comfortable on them. But I was, thinking this place was going to blow a lot harder, and I think it does in the spring. It'll blow up to 40 miles an hour, and like occasionally now you can get 20 to 30 mile days, but the wind's died down, so I thought this place was going to play a lot harder than it has. It hasn't really shown its teeth yet, but I know it's possible.
Bogey-free 65. What'd you like about your round?
It was good. It was really nice. I was in the fairway a lot, and then I, hit my second shots and the approach shots in the right tiers and the right spots on these tricky greens. So that made it quite easy. It made it quite stressful, but obviously really, really happy with the way I play golf, and hopefully I'll be able to keep that up.
A lot of balls in the fairway, especially for the weekend. What's going to be the key navigating this course this weekend?
I think so. I mean, especially if the wind picks up, it's going to get a little bit trickier. I'm not sure what the forecast says, but the greens are, quite undulating, quite tricky at times, and if you don't put yourself in the right spot, it could get a little tricky. But, hopefully I'll be able to navigate that and make sure that I have the easier putts coming back.
What's it feel like to be the favorite at a PGA Tour event this early in your career?
It's nuts. You know, if someone asked me that a couple of months ago, obviously I would not have believed them. But you know, I like to think that, you know, I prepare well for each event. I like to have fun on the golf course, and you know, whenever Thursday comes around, I like to be ready. So, but you know, to me, that's nothing that I can control. It's outside of my control, and what I can do is prepare and play as well as I can, and then see where that takes me.
Any changes with the putting or any putts that you felt really good about today?
I made a nice putt on 11. I just missed a green long, so I just on the fringe, but made a nice putt, which was nice. But you know, I feel like I keep working on the same things in my putting, me and my coach, and we don't try to change too much. And then you know, once the speed is the right, that's normally when my putts go in. So I try to do the same things over and over, and then you know, keep the consistency level high.
How long was that putt?
Probably 20, 25 feet, something like that.
Ludwig, today you did 7 birdies. What was the difference between today and yesterday?
Kind of like I said before, I think I put my second shots in the right spots. I made a few nice putts early on my second and third hole, which kind of set the mode a little bit. But I mean, I felt like I hit the ball pretty similar yesterday and today. So I don't try to change too much heading into the weekend. I'll try to do the same things, and hopefully I'll be able to make some birdies tomorrow as well.
You are one of the favorites, according to the betting apps, to win this tournament. How does it make you feel?
You know, obviously it's fun. But like I said as well, it's nothing I can control. It's out of my reach, and all I can do is try to prepare and try to play well whenever the tournament day comes. But you know, it's obviously flattering that people think that. But all I can do is try to have fun and you know, hit as few shots as I can.
All right, Matt, great playing back-to-back 65s. What was working so well for you out there today?
Good steady golf. I left this for this trip, kind of saying to my family, I'm excited about the week. My game's on good form. I'm looking forward to getting down to Cabo and hopefully playing some good golf. And you never know. I've certainly said that before, and it's not gone quite as planned. Golf is a fickle creature, but I've been feeling good for a while about the state of my game. I feel like the things I've kind of work I put in with Chris O'Connell, he's got me in a direction where I feel really comfortable kind of knowing and feeling like I have some ownership of what I'm doing. Nice when it's continued. Like I said, when I left, I was feeling good, excited about coming, and it's turned out to kind of be holding true.
What was the highlight of the day?
I don't know. It was a lot of good steady golf. It was nice that the 12th hole has a difficult green, hit it as just a 9-iron in, but a nice approach shot, and so that was my third hole of the day. You get going with a birdie there, and it was just steady golf. I felt good over the driver. I mean, that's a thing. These fairways are forgiving, but you still, like, if you do miss, it's big trouble. So you want to make sure you're in these fairways, even though they're pretty wide, pretty forgiving. If you do get off, there are big numbers to be had.